Hello, everybody, it's Lego by Grego, and finally, after I'm being like a little over a month, because I got this stuff for Christmas, and it's been unbuilt for quite some time, but now it's finally been built, and now I'm going to finally review it. So yeah, so this is Lego Hogwarts Clock Tower. What's that number? Check. 75948 Hogwarts Clock Tower. It has 922 pieces. And it is. I don't know if this one's $90 or $100. I'm not sure. But yeah, and this is the biggest set of the 2019 Harry Potter wave. And yeah, so let's look at the minifigures. So the first minifigure of this set is Harry Potter himself, which I decided I should start with him because it's his set, it's his line. But yeah, so he has the same head and hair piece as this one, which actually took his legs. I couldn't find his the actual legs that came in the set, so I just used this one. That's why he has no legs. But it's the same head and hair piece as the one in the Hungarian Horntail set. And yeah, he has this cool tuxedo, which is pretty cool. Little cool white bow tie and stuff, which is what he wore in the movie. His little his wand, his dark brown wand. And yes, now let's look at the next minifigure. The next minifigure is Ronald Weasley, who he has this hairpiece instead of I think this is the only Ron Weasley in this in the 2019 wave. So, so yeah, is that correct? Pretty sure that's correct. I think same with the Hermione. I think this is the only Hermione of this wave too. Not sure though, but yeah. But he has this longer hair piece because in Goblet of Fire, all of the boys for some reason had really long hair. I think it was because in 2005 that was cool, and that's when the movie came out. But yeah, he has this face which is pretty interesting. He has this angry face on the back, and yeah, he's wearing the torso, the kind of suit he wore in the movie that's really weird and ruffled and stuff, and looks really outdated and weird. So yeah, now let's look at the next minifigure, which is Hermione Granger, and yeah, so this is a pretty interesting figure because she has this really interesting hair piece with all this molding and stuff. It's really cool with all this little parts going down and stuff. And it's pretty cool. The figure itself is pretty cool as well. It has the face I think angry expression on the back. And yeah, I think this actually might be very similar looking to the one that came in. Do I have it here? So I have it, but I put that face. No, wait, I do it. So I put this face on Tina, but you can kind of see it's kind of similar to the one that came in the series. But yeah, because the reason I have Hermione's face on this figure is because I gave the Hermione Tina's face. So, what even is that Hermione? Might be up here or down here. So, I see Newt. But yeah. But that's Hermione. She has the pink dress she wore in the movie. They use a regular 2x2 piece for the dress, which is interesting. And yeah, that is it. And yeah, she has a wand as well. Yeah, that's it for that figure. Now let's look at next figure, which is Dumbledore himself. And yeah, so he has the same hair / hat piece that the series, the mini Harry Potter, the Dumbledore that came in the minifigure series has, but it's different color. It has this brown or brown tan look instead of blue and gold. And yeah, his face is actually the same one as, I know I keep reaching over here. Yeah, he has the same face as the Richard Harris version of Dumbledore, but he has the same hat and beard and is the Richard Harris version. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. He has this robe that I assume is the one he wore at the real ball in the movie. Has a sad face on the back. A lot of cool printing actually. It goes all the way down to the back. And yeah, I'm gonna remove the beard. But yeah, so yeah, and then he has all this printing. It actually goes down onto the robe and stuff, which I like it when printing goes down onto the piece. Always looks interesting. But yeah, so now let's look at the next figure. The next figure is the second Hogwarts champion, which is Cedric Diggory. Which, interestingly, he kind of has, like, the same robe, the same, like, suit as Harry, except the bow ties are different. So that's pretty interesting. I assume this is what the type of thing he wore. This is what he wore in the movie. But yeah, he had the same face as the one that came in the Hungarian Horntail set. Except, yeah, same face. I think this face is actually the Han Solo face from the Solo movie sets. I think some. So, yeah, like I said, same just a like tuxedo piece. Has a wand. I forgot to mention that Dumbledore. But yeah, all these figures have wands, by the way. So just like assume that. So the next figure, if I straighten out the hair, is Floor. And again, she has the same. I'm not gonna bring out all the figures over, but yeah, she had the same face as the one in the Hungarian Horntail set. And yeah, she has like the silver dress she wore in the movie. No printing on the bottom, like slope or whatever. But yeah, pretty interesting. Some like shiny like bits, like really shiny and interesting. But yeah, yeah, she has a wand, and yeah, that's the back face. Looks a bit angry. I think this face came on some Jurassic World figure or Jurassic Park figure in the Jurassic Park set for some characters. I haven't seen those movies, so I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so the next figure is Victor Crumb, who he has the same head as the one in the Hungarian Horntail set, and he doesn't look like, I think it's a new face too, but he doesn't really look like the one in the movie. His face, it's a good face, but I don't think it's the one in the movie. It doesn't really look like the one in the movie. The hair, I think, is actually like okay. I think maybe the like the thin hair or whatever, or like the hair. I mean, like, an example over here. The hair, like this hair piece, but obviously in black and stuff, would have been better. But yeah, I like his torso. Torso's looking really cool. The printing doesn't go onto the legs, which would have been cool. But yeah, it has this like thing, like a symbol. It's very blurry, but yeah, like a symbol or something. And yes, now let's look at the final figure, which is Madame Maxine, who is also a half giant, like Hagrid is. And yeah, she's a pretty interesting figure. She has the hairpiece. So in the Bex Batten or Bobaton carriage, she has a black hairpiece, but in this set she has a dark brown hairpiece, which is pretty interesting. She has a sad face and then a happy face, or like a kind of happy looking face. Yeah, she has this like kind of reminds me of like the thing. I think it's kimono. I think it is. It's like Japanese dress or something. Yeah, there's like some purple things on it. These are kind of shiny too. Is this showing the thing? Yeah, it does show on the thing. Yeah, she has an orange one, which is actually pretty interesting. And yeah, she has like back printing and all this. And yeah. And she uses the because she has to be a bigger figure, she uses the old like robe piece instead of the new robe piece. But you get that makes sense, I guess, because they don't have a mold of the like this piece, but like bigger. I dropped his beard. It's in here. I'll look for it after the video. But yeah, pretty cool figure. Now let's take a look at the build. So let's start with these like small things. And yeah, so there's two tables, kind of make it look like the Yule Ball. And yeah, there's this one with just two cups and a clear thing. And they're built the same way. With like some nice part exactly with like the little unicorn horn pieces and all this stuff. And yeah, it's like a castle looking thing made of glass or whatever. And yeah, and then there's a Christmas tree, which is pretty interesting because the Yule Ball is around on Christmas, which that's why it sits there. Yeah, there's a star, there's all this stuff. It's a pretty nice Christmas tree, actually. I could like this build. And they came with some smaller versions in the advent calendar, which is also pretty interesting. So, yeah, there's like some clear pieces everywhere. And yes, that's the end of that part. Now let's take a look at the main build, which is the clock tower. So yeah, and you can remove all this stuff, which is like normal for Lego sets. Or like for these sets specifically. That's the ones that have like multiple parts. But yeah, so let's start over here and then move on to the right. So the first part is this Yule Ball part. So you basically, the whole gimmick of this, you put a figure on it. You put figures on it. Let's put Hermione and Krum on there. And then they dance and they spin around and stuff. Now this is a really cool feature. The only problem with it, I would say, is that it's not that easy. It's kind of hard to activate because you have to like do this, which makes it a lot harder to activate. But it's a cool feature. I kind of wish there was kind of like how this feature, which I'll get into, has this knob. I kind of wish this had like a knob or something. But yeah, there's a little torch in the back. This cool like clear thing with all the snow and stuff. And yeah, so then this part, which includes some pretty interesting 2 rooms. So first there is the prefect's bathroom. Yeah, and you can see, so there's like water flowing into the this part. There's actually the painting or glass or whatever of the mermaid, which is pretty interesting. There's no golden egg piece, which is kind of weird because that piece does exist because they made that piece in the Hungarian Horntail set. So I don't really know why they didn't include it. But yeah, and then above that there's Dumbledore's office, which is pretty cool. You can see him here, and he does all the Dumbledore things he needs to do. And yeah, that's pretty interesting. I kind of wish they included the Sorting Hat piece and the box that they come in the Great Hall set. But I understand they probably want to keep those, especially because that set's still on shelves. They want to keep that set exclusive and rare. They want to keep those pieces exclusive, or those builds and pieces exclusive, so that people will buy the other set. So this has the sword, which I like the older one, because in the original 2010 Hogwarts, they had a Dumbledore's office, and they included this, silver sword. And I do kind of wish that they include something like that, but not big of a deal. They have a pensive, which is actually something that was not in the 2010 Hogwarts. Pretty interesting. And you can see the only representation for the Sorting Hat and Fox, that they have printed pieces in the back for Fox and Sorting Hat, which is interesting. But yeah, that's it for that part. Because this is not really connected. But yeah, so then we have the main meat of the set, which is the clock tower itself, which looks great, by the way. This is a really nice part. It might be my favorite part of Hogwarts so far. And of the 3 pieces that we have of Hogwarts so far, might be my favorite so far. Because let's look at the exterior real quick, because I normally show the exterior first. They have on this part it's just normal tower stuff, but on this part they have all this stuff, this little balcony to fit minifigures, all this stuff, windows. There's not really a great view through these windows, because there's a part blocking it. But yeah, there's 2 clocks. I don't know why there's 2 clocks. I'm pretty sure that's probably part of the movie. And yeah, so the interior, pretty cool. It has the Goblet of Fire, the little blue flame, and the chest, which is also really cool. A chest doesn't have anything in it, but yeah. Then there's Professor Moody's class, which is really weird because they don't include Moody in this set. But he's here. He has his little room. I just put this one here because I have the figure from that series. And there's minifigures, and you can fit them there. It's a Fencing Dark Art classroom, which is really cool. And yes, then up here is a hospital wing. They have this little thing here. I kind of wish they kind of hid that a little bit better with something. But yeah, you can rotate this, and the clock rotates. Really cool. And yeah, there's a bed, and up here is just a tower. So yeah, that's the end of this review. On final verdict, this is a really good set, and yeah. So this is what they look like connected, just to show. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, final verdict. Yeah, that's final verdict. Really good set. I would recommend it. And yeah, that's the end of this video. I'll see you all later. Bye.